Well, good morning. Sorry for the delay since the last one, but unfortunately we've had some really bad weather up here, same as everywhere else, and it's affected the electricity supplies. So today is the first chance really in 3 days of getting a video put together. So without further ado, I'm going to crack on, and I'm going to mention something slightly different than the stories, and it's going to be migrants, it's going to be veterans, and touching on PTSD. There's been a lot written, a lot said, but at least, you know, I spent 27 years in the British Army, I think, and as a veteran, I should have a say. And hopefully, I look forward to some feedback from you guys once it's been on air. I'm not here to fully criticise anything, but I'm going to say my piece. Everybody else could do it, and I've been asked specifically to talk about certain stuff, and that's what I'm going to do. Before that, we're not going to go into any long drawn out, but for those who are asking, there it is, the surrender. That's A3, and I have exactly the same in A2, the bigger one, for those who were asking for it. That will be going up for sale shortly as prints. So hopefully I will be doing a proper promotion video. I just wanted to show them. I've waited, it's taken me 10 days to get it into a frame, because the picture frame is like everybody else. Undermanned, understaffed, overworked. However, it's there. So let's go on to VJ Day yesterday, victory over Japan. 75 years on. Well, what were they fighting for then? Let's roll forward 75 years and see where we are now for this Great Britain that we represent. Or is it Great Britain these days? First thing I'm going to talk about is the migrant problem. And it seems that everybody has a different handle on this, about how they want to say whatever they want to say, basically. Nigel Farage, I thought, is doing a great job, to be overlooked at times. But it's thankless, you know, here we are, the UK and Ireland, we fought off 2 world wars. However, we can't stop, or do we want to stop, these illegal immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them, coming across and into our country. Be nice if the Home Office released some numbers. They won't do that, very reluctant to do that. So what have we got? What deterrent do we have? Okay, we get some of them into the country. I'll come on to that a little bit in a moment. Once they get here, they tell everybody else abroad how great it is, and then the exodus to the UK is an ongoing nightmare. Yes, we have some. However, when they're trying to patrol the channel, let's say Calais Dover, let's just pick that as a route, and they stop them either halfway, wherever, pick them up, and then actually give them a free lift. If it's not back, it's over to this country. So it's a win-win for them. Oh, look at the poor boat, it's sinking. You know what my thoughts are on that. Take an inflatable with you. So we have the magic patrol boats doing their job, thankless job yet again. Shouldn't come to that, because what does it cost? It costs us, again, let's pay some more money. It costs manpower, wastage. Why should they have to do that? then the ones that finally make it, and this is where it really grips me, once they get here, they're taken well cared for, okay? They get the 4 or 5-star hotel treatment. We give them money. We feed them. All with the taxpayers' money, yet again. National security is an issue. A lot of these people that come across are of fighting age, and I would think that most of them are male, okay, but they're of a fighting age. I don't like the thought of that at all. The do-gooders who write about them, I've read it was the Daily Mirror a couple of days ago, Fiona, whatever her name is, couldn't say enough good about them. Absolutely clueless. No idea of their background, what they've been doing, or anything else. Oh, yeah, let's bring them, let's look after them, let's do this, let's do that. I'll come on to that a little bit in a moment. Okay, they're from war-torn countries. Not all of them. Some of them are. But we fought wars to keep Great Britain secure and to keep it British. Our government bend over backwards for them to help them. They tell you one thing, how difficult they're making it, but once they get here, they, as I've said, they feed them, they house them in good accommodation, and they get quite a lot of TV and media coverage. However, as I say, I'm not here to destroy anything, but I am going to have a say. So at the moment, let's leave the migrants, illegal immigrants, whatever you want to call them. Let's leave that for a second and look at us, the veterans, soldiers off the streets. How about that before looking after these Mickey Mouse from wherever they come? How about looking after our own? I'm a veteran. I'm a patron of a couple of charities. One is the Homeless Veterans Project up in Scotland. Have a look at what they have to go through to survive. It's not right. I know it's not right. And I try to do my best to help. I support them. They can use my name. And all the time, why aren't the government doing more to help? Because there are thousands of charities all going their own different way, supporting whatever. But without them, there'd be nothing. So I remember taking my oath, fighting for Queen and country. I've done that, 27 years worth. But so have the other veterans. You know, I'd appeared on Good Morning Britain with an invite from Piers Morgan to help support one of mine, a friend of mine, homeless in Hereford. Without his help, he may well still be homeless, but he isn't. The clout got him a bungalow. That's only one. What about the rest? Once that's, other people will be looking, thinking, what about me? What about me? And we've seen them lying in the streets. We've seen them almost alcoholic, some of them. They've got nowhere to go. They've got no help. Okay, we can help the migrants. We can give them money. We can house them. What about, first of all, helping the veterans who fought to keep this country secure against the evil? And that is where the world is going to. You know, we send all that money across the world to what I call the flip-flop centre of the world. You know, nobody's got control of that money where it's gone, okay? But good old Britain will do it again. Millions and millions of pounds. How about this? Let's put the veterans at the top of the list and let's spend some money. Get them off the streets, okay? There's plenty of disused barracks around which have fallen into disrepair. Let's get them modernised. Let's get our veterans somewhere to live. You know, somewhere they can be proud of, not lying in a gutter, in a doorway, looking for handouts, or, you know, almost begging, if you like. That should never happen. But it is happening. So why not get that done first? Give them a life back, okay? They had a life when they joined the military. They had a life in the military. And then all of a sudden, when they're cast aside, when they come out of the military, it must be terrible. If there's ever any money left over, okay, after all of that, just give that to me. Only joking, because I'd make good use of it. But, you know, our veterans, they don't want sympathy. How about a bit of dignity? I don't want to see my money going to migrants or anybody else. I'd like to see some more coverage from the TV and media on it to bring it to light right in front of somebody's face of what is actually going on. But even that is hidden away, not allowed to do it. Show them a clip. It's our country. These are our guys. We're going to want guys to join the military in the future. Okay, it's bad enough hounding them to death after 40 years for, you know, for things that happened 30, 40 years ago, historical events. Oh yeah, we can hound them to death. But the other ones, we just seem to, with one hand, give them it. Once they've got that, they've got their mobile phones. I'm talking about immigrants. They make a call back to wherever they've come from, tell everybody how great it is, and they start swarming again. It's going to be endless. So I still think that we should be looking after our own first. Yes, we are human natures, people, but let's look after our own first. And as I say, whatever's left, we can sort out. PTSD I can cover in a separate interview, if you like, or even as I'm doing right now, because unless you've had PTSD or know about it, people try to say this, that and the other. Trust me, I can talk about it in depth. But what about the lads on the street who don't know they've got it? They've got nobody to help them. They haven't got anybody to go to speak to about it. So what do? Some of them commit suicide for that very reason. There is no help. And what help is available isn't enough. They've paid the price for serving this country, for looking after our country. I was going to say something else there. I'll call it our country, the country that we fought for. And some of them are very, very mentally unbalanced. They've seen trauma. Don't forget, most of these guys were in the prime of their lives when they got blown up. Lost maybe legs, arms, both. Severely injured. So mentally, is a problem. Physically, you just need to look at them. And they're scarred forever. However, why don't we give them some help? There's enough charities, and it shouldn't go to a charity. It should be done and looked after and run by the government, so everybody is singing off the same hymn sheet, not all trying to do great jobs, but you have no central command. One person comes in here, walks out the door there, no better off. They're trying to do things, I think, in some cases, they're not qualified to do. Is it better than nothing? Who knows? But as I say, I'm involved with the charities. And I see it. And I work with the amputees, people who are injured mentally, physically. And I'm glad to be of some help. And of course, all the other people that do the same, I take my hat off to them all. But as I said, it's not sympathy, and they know we don't do sympathy. Dignity. Give them a life back. Let's get them something where they can get their teeth into. It's never going to be the same for them. But we need more help. And the government should be spending money on them, housing them, feeding them, fixing them, the lot. So, you know, I would say this as a message. Before I say that, I've got one clown who unfortunately is ex-SAS, was, who thinks PTSD, and made a statement, doesn't exist. How wrong. How wrong. Let's see if you'll retract the statement. We know who it is. However, we need the government, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, fix it, change it. Let's give the veterans the support they need. Stop the Mickey Mouse handouts to migrants. They don't have to do anything, come here, they get fed, they get watered. We want to pay them. Give them some more money. No, that goes to the bottom of the list. They don't like it. You know what? You know the boat you come in, go and nip down and take it off the bottom of the sea and get yourself on it and get back to wherever you came from. That'll fix it. If you don't give them something to come for nothing, they ain't gonna come. Britain, I'm afraid, is a soft touch. Okay, I reckon that if one of those boats had Lord Lucan in it, he'd get on shore as well and we wouldn't even know. So think about it. It needs to come from the top. It needs to be sorted, and it needs to have a proper working pattern where we can fix it for the guys who went out to save this country, serve the country, okay, in inhospitable places throughout the world. I've been in a lot of them. Not funny, but there again, nobody said it was supposed to be funny. So it's up to the government, really. Get on it. If anybody can get on the cases after this, get on the case. And let's see if we can get some dignity back for the guys and girls that have served, some of them on the front line very, very bravely, to make sure others are safe and secure. Let's not keep getting fobbed off, and let's get rid of the migrant problem that everybody says we have, but very little is being done about it. That will do for now. So who dares wins? Think about it.